Hello, I'm Raph. I'm playing a Warforged Gloomforged named Styx. He is a Paladin and has been recently reawakened and is learning about the world around him with some new friends that he's just met.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared. I'm playing the character of Luther. He's a Dhampir. He is a fighter that specializes in firearms, a bit of an investigator, and I am the great uncle of Grinner.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I'm playing Tithla, the Goblin Ranger. She is a wonderful hunter and medical genius.
Hi, I'm Haz. I'm playing Theodore, the Satyr Druid, who's a kind of a charismatic Druid who's unwillingly taken Tithla under his wing as she's followed him through the forest for the past few months.
Hi, my name is Josh. I am from the Roll Together RPG stream, and I will be playing Killian Maxwell, a half-elf warlock who has come to Barovia. He was with the party previously but has lost them and has joined up with the Tempest Guild on their adventures.
G'day, I'm Tom. I'm playing Jonor, the Aasimar wizard. He is on the pursuit of good and evil, finding out the best and worst in this world, and he's doing that with a little bit of naivety and optimism.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Curse of Strahd campaign. A warning, gentle viewer. Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, which means you may hear adult language or adult themes throughout this episode. Hello! Greetings! Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the Lost Archives for our Curse of Strahd campaign. We are very excited to be back playing the premiere 5th edition horror campaign that is Curse of Strahd. Now, quick announcements before we begin. Jacob is running a little bit late tonight, and by a little bit late, he'll be here in 40 to 50 minutes minimum. So he will be joining us as Tithla. Until then, I will play as Tithla. He has already let us know what he would like Tithla to do. I think it was right around on the back of Theo in Beorling form shooting arrows, so pretty simple, pretty easy stuff. So that'll be very, very easy to roleplay for Tithla. Even though you cannot see Jared's face, he is with us. Jared, no webcam again. Did you lose it on your fishing trip?
Everyone. Yes, I did.
What ate it?
Of course.
Would you lose it to Arapaima? Some sort of like sailfish? Like what sort of large fish warranted the loss of a webcam?
Carp. Carp.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, just a single clap for Jared. No, that's obviously fine.
No.
Just
hopefully everyone will see my face next week. But yeah, end of a fishing trip. Time was, well, yeah, I was expecting to be back home for this, but that's just not how the day went. And I'm still currently
too busy celebrating the carp, the monster 30 centimeter carp.
There was one fish I had on my line that snapped my hook in half. So that
of course,
could have been something a lot bigger.
Yeah, it's always a huge one that gets away, right?
I'll never
You never know. Yeah, it could have also just been a log. Could have been Jacob in a scuba suit snapping your line. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Jacob for that level of troll.
He has a lot of strength then to snap a hook in half.
He's a big boy. He's like 6'3". Like I think he could manage that. He's pretty strong.
Which I keep forgetting about playing Tithla.
I know, right? In your minds, Jacob's like 3 foot. No, he's really tall. He's really tall. It's actually just Tom and I who aren't.
Stop telling everyone.
I'll adjust the cameras so everyone else is like at the bottom of the screen and you and I are like right at the top. Because then the perception will be that we are the tallest. Unfortunately, Haz is looking the tallest right now because he's like half off the top of his screen.
Yep.
But that's okay because like halfway through the screen.
And half off.
It's true, but over time, as you slowly drift towards the other side of your room, you'll be perfectly centered for the stream.
Look, I tried to move, and that's the way the chair doesn't roll because it goes off the mat. So I think you'll be stuck with me half off unless you adjust it now.
I'll play.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you've got me over a barrel. Like the only consequences that are worn by me. There's nothing I can do here. Like, so call your bluff. Not going to work. I'll do that really quickly now. We'll get that all up and running. While I'm doing that, I do have some fun announcements to share. The Collector's Market is coming around once again. That is a really, really cool convention that takes place in Brisbane every year. It's going to be coming up on the 18th and 19th of this month. Sorry, not this month, of May, next month. Jumping the gun a bit there. 18th and 19th of May at the Beanley Distillery. It is an awesome, awesome place to come and check out some really cool cosplay, to get some trading cards, to get some really cool handcrafted RPG and D&D accessories, and to come and watch me play live D&D up on the stage with a bunch of other streamers and D&D, I guess, like, faces. I'll be playing as a Yuan Ti Paladin. So I've got the costume partly ready to go. I bought a sword for this. Not a real sword, I can't afford that. It's made of foam and rubber, but when I paint it, it'll look great. I realise, in this moment, Raph has a sword, and I could have just asked if I could borrow it. Yeah.
You can absolutely
It
borrow
is really
that.
heavy,
It's
though,
sitting
and
at Dan's house.
I'm a string man, so...
I mean, and it is almost as tall as you are.
Yeah. I'll stick with my little, like, baby hand-and-a-half bastard sword then that I can actually lift.
Owen, what's the name of that expo and where can we see it?
Collector's Market at the Beanley Distillery, which is in Beanley in Brisbane, on the 18th and 19th of May. And the D&D session, the live session, is going to be on the 19th, which is the Sunday. At this point, we're still sorting out times, but I think it's roughly going to be around 10 a.m. But if that changes, I will let you know. People want to see the sword? Sure, okay. It's a LARPing sword, so it weighs about 2-3 kilos, and it's made for hitting people. So I got like a little sword belt with it too, so I'll be strapping that to me. Should be good, should be fun. Looking forward to it.
Frog, Owen.
What was that, sorry?
The little sword belty bit? It's called
Yes, frog. I've been calling it like a side scabbard, which is not true, but I couldn't remember the name of it, so I stuck with it.
Charles wasn't talking about your sword.
No, they want to see Raph's sword, the cool one. That's fair. He doesn't have it, it's at a friend's house.
I don't have it, it's at Dan's, but I will be bringing it back, so remind me on another stream and you can all see it.
Sick. Was he borrowing it for a costume or just to behead people?
I haven't brought it back since
the Skyrim Winter Solstice. That was a year ago.
I know.
Amazing.
He's still got all the mead too.
That was a lot of mead. So we drank through all the mead that I'd made. That was gone. But you'd made considerably more than me. I think like liters more.
I have 30 liters of mead. Most of it's off now.
It's off now.
Most of it, yeah. Yeah. Aged poorly. Aged vinegarily.
Boil it down and make some ethanol, I guess, is what remains at this point.
That is the plan. I've got my still there, and I have made some spirits from it already, and it's actually quite unique, but I don't hate it.
I love the word unique.
Unique, yeah. Well, that is very exciting. I'll have to do another mead video. I know I've been saying that I've got this Australian mead ready to go, and I have. It's just I have not had the spare time to set aside the 2 hours it takes to sterilize everything and get it all ready. So I will make the Australian inspired mead soon, and I will record it as I have promised for over 2 years now. So if you've been waiting on that content, sorry, really sorry. But yeah, it's going to be really, really fun. I'll make sure we have a link in the description and on the comments below, which will take you to the Collector's Market page. If you wanted to get tickets beforehand, you absolutely can. Otherwise, rock up on the day. I've never seen any problems with getting a ticket on the day. It's never an issue. It should be easy to come on through. It's a huge space, the Beanley Distillery. It is massive, so there's plenty of room to come in. They also have special tournaments for Magic the Gathering and Warhammer, so if you're into that sort of thing and you wanted to play other people, you absolutely can. They've got entries open right now. Very, very friendly competition, and I believe there is a really cool prize, which they are announcing very shortly. So once I know what that is, I'll also update below. But it should be really, really fun. So if you are in the Brisbane, Gold Coast, Southeast Queensland area, and you have the 18th and 19th free, especially the 19th, come and say hi. I'll be up on stage dressed up as Yuan Ti, with lots of like cool snaky face paint and some snaky contact lenses and lots of like armor and various other accessories on to make me look like a paladin. And I believe that it is going to be a death run. We've been told by the DM that we can expect our characters to die during this. So I have made a Oath of Redemption Paladin, which is all based around non-violence. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to have a great time. So it should be really, really cool. So I'll chuck the link down below. If you happen to be in the area and you want to come check it out, come say hi afterwards. I'll stick around for an hour or two and check out all the really, really cool stores. So that's my fun announcement. Anyone else got anything fun to share in the meantime before we start? No, all looking good. I can see
I
that.
never do anything fun.
Do you want to come to the bean? Do you want to come to the collector's market in Beanley with me, Raph?
Yes.
Okay. We'll get you some really cool dice. There's a dice potion you can get from Dorky Desires where it's like a magic 8-ball, but it's a potion with a dice in it, and so you roll it and turn it upside down, and the dice like rolls up to the top, so you can like roll your d20 use it. It's
sick.
so cool. That. They're incredible. I'm definitely getting a couple of sets this year as presents for the year to come because they are so cool. I actually missed out last year because they had sold out. Because obviously, of course they had. They're amazing. So really looking forward to getting a couple of those this time as well. Although if it's the Sunday, oh god, I might have to put a pre-order in. I might contact Dorky Desire to get a pre-order in because I really want some. They're really cool. Awesome. Well, let me do a recap. Let's jump into the session, and it should be a really fun session. So I will do our recap, get us into the headspace of last week's finale, and we will begin. Our series has been following the adventures of the Tempest Adventuring Guild. Theo, Luther, Jonor, Grinner, and Tithla. Having become trapped within the realm of Barovia while searching for some missing adventurers, the team have been travelling west in hopes of an escape from this dark land. After seeking respite and healing at the Abbey of St. Markovia, the actions of the party have made waves which now rock the balance of power in Barovia. After losing one of the party, who disappeared in the night, the team have reactivated an ancient Warforged-like construct called Styx, who has joined them in their journey. They have also forged a friendship with Killian, an adventurer from a different realm. But it is their newest ally who offers the strongest chance for challenging Strahd and Sergei. Having just received news of an attack on the Wizard of Wine's vineyard by the Druids of Hill, Theo, Styx, and Tithla have left the abbey and rushed on ahead, using featherfall tokens from the abbot to allow them to descend the mountain quickly. Meanwhile, back at the abbey, Luther began a magical ceremony, empowered and assisted by Jonor and Killian, in an attempt to restore the abbot to his original divine alignment. With the combined might of these three divine-inclined adventurers, the magic of the ceremony spell took hold, golden light surrounding the abbot, as his alignment and allegiance to Lysander, goddess of light, was restored. The darkness and corruption of Barovia washed away in a single surge of holy power. While Killian decided to stay behind at the abbey to assist the abbot in the preparations and their moves against the darkness of these lands, Jonor and Luther rushed to rejoin the rest of the party. Meanwhile, the others had bumped into another old acquaintance, a gnome sorcerer the party had previously worked with back in Vallaki, called Raspip. After discovering Raspip's goal was to wipe out the Druids for attempting to steal from him, an alliance was forged once again. Before they could arrive at the winery, however, the team was stopped by Stefania Martikov, daughter of the winery owner Davian. Leading the team through a secret camp, they met with Lara Martikov, older sister of Davian, who was very keen to plan an attack on the Druids. Providing vital information on their history and the status of the vineyard as it is now, the team spent the remaining time planning and gathering further intel. Theo enlisting the help of a rather grumpy badger in exchange for food. We left off last session as the party were reunited, Luther and Jonor finally arriving at the secret camp and preparing to make their assault on the Wizard of Wine's vineyard, and the Druids of Hill now occupying it. We left off as Theo decided to quickly check in and see how his badger informant was getting along. Now, we finished last session with 2 rolls. One of them was a stealth check from the badger, which was a 12, and one of them was a D100 roll, which I got Tom to do because I didn't want to be held responsible for what might happen to the badger. Theo, as you head back out into the woods just near the edge of this secret encampment, the rest of the party taking a moment to catch up. Obviously, Luther and Jonor haven't seen Raspip for some time and were rather confused and concerned about their initial introduction to him. Raspip, having spent this hour of downtime in the secret camp, trying to shove Styx into, not Styx the character, Styx the wooden sections of branches, into the neck hole of a severed druid head that he had acquired. One of the druids who had tried to rob him, according to Raspip's account. Theo, as you head back out into the woods and begin
Brush against his stuff.
Yeah. I mean, look, you did not happen. Maybe the druid came to him and tried to like recruit him, and Raspip's just like, nah, I'm not a team player, and then just flat out murdered him. Yeah. Theo, as you get to the edge of the woodlands and begin looking out for signs of your badger companion, at first there is really no signs of movement around the den that you had first seen him. It seems quiet, undisturbed. You wait for a minute, then 2, then 3. Right as the anxiety and worry begins to rise up within your chest, your heart starting to beat a little bit faster as you wonder what has befallen your badger companion. You watch as the ground by your side suddenly begins to churn, and you watch as a bedraggled black and white form pulls itself free of the earth. A large gash along his left flank. Oh. Hurt.
Oh, I'm just. May I pick you up? I can take you to people who will be able to heal this for you.
Hurt. Can you make me a persuasion or animal handling check, your choice? I'm going to assume you're going to pick persuasion.
Actually, they're both surprisingly the same.
Both surprisingly the same.
I'm going to go with animal handling because I've not had a chance to do that yet.
Fantastic. Let's have an animal handling check. And perfect timing. Tithla is here as well. 18. 18. Fantastic. The badger sort of looking a bit wary, baring his teeth, his snout sort of pulled back in a bit of a rictus snarl, pauses, and then slowly lowers his head and twists his body towards you so you can pick him up.
I scoop up my little badger homie and sprint as fast as I can. I try and just mentally project out to Tithla. Tithla, I need help. Please, come.
Okay, I'm on my way. Where am I going?
When you can't respond, but
it's at this point that Theo rushes back into the clearing, having not wandered very far from the camp. Tithla, as you see him approaching.
I skid in.
Tithla sprints over as fast as she can.
And then you see that Theo's holding a badger with a large cut along its side. Yeah.
You must help. It is my friend. He is help.
Put him down. Not like that, but like set him down.
I gently land. Please, you must save him. He was only out there to help us.
I will. See, the problem is I've just come in real hot, so I don't have my character sheet ready, so I don't have buttons ready to push.
That's okay. I can distract and give you some extra time. Theo, the badger is surprisingly heavy. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, go for it. Let's have a medicine check then, please, Tithla.
No, how heavy is the badger? It's going to depend on what kind of medicine I use.
It's surprisingly heavy. The badger, which you probably were expecting to weigh as much as a small dog, weighs about 10 kilos. It is surprisingly dense given its size. Badgers are pretty heavy, actually. Fun fact about badgers, they're heavier than you think. I guess is the canon.
How deep is the wound?
The wound looks to be about 4 or 5 centimeters deep at the very center. So it's pretty deep. It's gotten through the fur and actually cut through the upper sections of skin and into the musculature below.
Okay. Here we go. And Tithla will instinctively go. She's going to do a survival because it's like animalistic and that sort of stuff.
Sure.
To try and save it. Or medicine. I mean, it's the same plus.
I'll allow medicine or survival, your choice.
Nah, medicine. She's been practicing medicine.
She is a medical genius. I mean, it is.
She is a medical genius.
It is the thing you say.
22, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say. I get a +1 for being a medical genius.
Yeah, exactly. And it's medicine, so and it's just the same, and it's only 4 centimeters. If it was 5 centimeters deep, we would have needed the 23.
Yeah, it'd be over. You basically just done at that point. 22.
Well, then we would have just put him down.
Yeah, he watches Tithla just pulls out a dagger and stabs it into the head.
We would have saved him no matter what.
Tithla, as you take a look and begin examining the badger's side, you've seen similar injuries on creatures before. I'm going to actually say with a 22, you've actually dealt with a badger's wound before. I'm going to try and come up with some context for that. Maybe you were out hunting and accidentally marked it with an arrow while it was, maybe you think it was a rabbit or something. Badgers obviously don't have great tasting meat, and so you're feeling a bit guilty.
I think it might have got caught in a trap.
Okay, let's say a trap then. Easy, yeah. Maybe it got caught in a snare and a trap, and knowing that badger meat's not particularly nice, and feeling a bit guilty for hurting
And the
badger.
pelts aren't worth much.
No, exactly.
Not that Tithla cares, but just fun fact.
Yeah, exactly. You've actually treated a badger before. You carefully stitch the wound closed after washing it with a bit of spirits that I'd say that you maybe have. You maybe got some medicinal spirit or some
Leftover from Grinner.
Sure, we could say leftover from Grinner. I was going to say plundered from the Abbey, because you did go through the...
Tithla only took one thing
from
him, and I wrote it down. Or other than the Alchemist Fire.
Other than the Alchemist Fire. Well, let's say then that your Alchemist's pack or your herbalism kit does contain some really useful ingredients.
I got a healer's kit.
You got a healer's kit. So you've got some rubbing alcohol and some cleansing alcohol to help sterilize wounds and sterilize needles, and you're able to do both.
Salves and splints.
Yeah,
I would
reckon.
like to apply salves and splints.
Perfect. Splints for more broken bones. It's not going to be very helpful with a gash.
Yeah, but otherwise, it's like a cone on a dog. It's to stop it being...
Are you the medical genius here, Owen? Or
Do you put a
Theodore expertise here?
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Do you put a cone of shame on the badger is what I'm asking.
No,
That's the
that'd
more
be
important
cool.
question. Okay. As you apply a salve and a bandage, stitch it up as well to help keep the wound clean and free. Also splinting its leg for some reason. Or you splinting its
torso.
You splint its torso. Okay.
So it can't twist its torso.
Okay, sure. You splint its torso, effectively making this creature unable to burrow or dig, and on it, completely paralyzing the movement of its spine. As you strap its spine to disable the main benefit of having a backbone, which is your flexible body, as you turn it into an arthropod at this point by paralyzing its backbone.
I'm helping you. You'll thank me later.
If only there was some way where you could have a more visual representation of what a backbone did.
If only. If only. This is your opportunity, Andrew, to have a backbone slowly slide into view and then slide out again, but he's not picking up on it. He's not picking up on it. It's too subtle. As you split the badger, I mean, it's unable to turn. It can't even stand up at this point. It's basically a turtle now that's unable to roll onto its front. But as Theo helps it onto its feet, the badger sort of like looks and sniffs the area and goes, "Feels better. Feels better."
Tithla responds.
Yeah, because you hear.
He says, "Thank you. It feels better. You've done very well." I get out one of my rations. One of the many
Tithla
rations.
goes to take it. Oh.
He should have it first.
First.
I get a second round. Here you go, Tithla.
Yes.
Good girl. Yum yum yum. Good goblin. Yes. Yum yum.
Give the bad little
palm to
pat.
feed.
Do you know what's hilarious? I do use yum 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 for my dog sometimes. I just heard a little whine at the door. I did the yum 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 for the second time. That's hilarious. I hope stream picks that up.
Owen.
Hello.
Raspip has got Speak with Small Beasts.
Yes. Yeah, you got because you're a gnome. Yeah.
I am indeed. While he is going for the food, can I sort of convey the idea that the badger should bite somebody's hand because it would be hilarious?
Talk me through. So you kind of like you're in the vicinity. You've gotten bored of stuffing sticks into the head, the dismembered head. You just sort of like chuck it on the ground.
I'm not bored of it. I can't.
You've completed. You've completed the task.
That is done now.
Yeah.
Just when somebody's reaching out with rations, I would absolutely love to. I think sort of just hint to the badger that it would be funny to take a bite out of somebody's hand.
What would you say to hint to the badger? Because like you are speaking to it, I guess, in words, right, rather than just feelings.
I'm standing behind everybody with giving the idea of.
Okay, nice. Could you make me a persuasion check, please? In this case, there's no words for you to understand, Theo. He's just going behind and like biting his own finger.
Good.
Persuasion. Sorcerers aren't very charismatic, are they? Should be fine.
19.
As you go to hand the rations over, the badger kind of cocks its head, looking back, and goes, What gnome do? Why bite?" And begins like sort of snipping at Tithla a little bit. Not willing to bite you, Theo, but sort of snipping at Tithla a little bit.
She's here to help. Do not worry. And ignores the gnome. He is confused. What hurt you? Did you find out anything while you were out there?
Blights, nasty vines everywhere, all through vineyard. Dug down under, came up near large, big den, stone wood den. Creatures inside, big stumpy 2 feet.
Did you see any hiding outside?
Yes, many hiding around, examining, looking for something, searching, but not see me.
How many of them did you see? Was these blights or people?
He sort of looks over towards Jonor and Luther. People, like 2 legs.
And you saw many of them?
6 or 7, so many.
And they were all outside, none of them were hiding inside the house?
Some moved from inside to outside, and some moved from outside to inside, moving around, searching, snuffling, looking for food, maybe. Yes, Tithla. I think you're muted, Jacob, which is hilarious.
This whole time,
to me.
Tithla is standing there nodding as though she understands the entire conversation going back and forth.
Perfect.
You've done very well. You've done more than I could ask. You've earned more than just these rations. Is there anything you would like to eat? We have. I look to the Malikov. Do we have any fresher meat I could offer our friend?
You watch as Lara sort of like cocks her head and goes, I mean, I've got some chicken.
I'm sure the badger would love chicken. Badgers eat chicken, right?
I mean,
everything eats chicken.
Do you ask the badger that?
Chicken.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
don't Google.
I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, cool. She reaches over and pulls out basically half a chicken. It's clearly been cooked over the open spit and has been partially consumed. Most of the outer meat has been sort of taken off. A lot of the inner bits, including some of the gizzards and guts, have been left in place. And she sort of goes, I wasn't going to eat those bits, so do you want the whole thing?
Yes, so the whole thing, please.
Sure. I mean, I've got other rations, so yeah, here you go. She hands it over.
I pop that down for the badger here. You eat up, stay here and rest. These people, they will not harm you. Once your wound has healed, I'll take you back to your den. Until then, you'll have all the food you can eat.
I think that I don't understand what you just said, so don't worry.
The badger sniffs the air eagerly, and as you put the chicken on the ground, it sort of rushes forwards, unable to kind of like bend its torso, but able to kind of like stretch its neck enough to pick up the chicken. It then sort of like tries to scuffle over under the table, but then gets partially stuck because of the splint that has been placed around its spine. It gives up and begins tearing into the chicken. My thanks.
You're most welcome, and my thanks to you. I relay that to everyone. Badger confirmed 6 or 7 druids. Zimartikovs said 8. He said he spotted them searching the vineyard for something, but most of them are outside of the house. So I think our plan could still work. If we set an ambush somewhere where we have control of the terrain and can hide all of you, I will go out, announce myself as a shape-shifting druid. They approach to apprehend. We spring the trap, take out the druid.
The druid, or didn't you say there's a fair few of them hanging around?
The druids, yeah. I assume several will come. We take out all who will come. The ones that don't, we...
Actually, Theo, you were saying that the plural for druid is still druid, so...
Yes, it's like...
Yeah, well, unless you're talking about multiple types of fish, then that is fishes.
Is that the same for druids?
Yeah, so, yeah, this is one druid, but if we were talking about you as a druid and them as a druid, that would be druids.
That would be druids, yes, but we are going to kill
How
druid.
have I not come across this in my studies? That I must... I can't believe that slipped past me.
Well, have you studied druid
Rookie move.
much?
No, clearly not. Clearly not. I've missed that one.
It's okay.
So if we fought one before, and we had one of our we had Styx go down. That was 6v1.
He did have a lot of the gargoyle blights though, and we did not have an ambush set up, so...
And in fact, our defenses were quite poorly assembled.
Yes, there was a pretty much archway-sized gap in the barrier we set up.
I would say it was rather akin to somebody falling asleep on guard. I know it's very different, but it feels similar.
No one here would have ever done that, so...
Oh no, that'd be silly.
No one here right now.
True.
But, I mean, does anyone else have another idea? Either that or we try and go in stealthily, or we just crusade on it?
Do we want to send Ewan? Because if they want a druid, everyone will be interested. But if we send in someone who's not, they'll just go seek destroy, and not everyone will come.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'll go out very openly and announce myself. Abominations though they are, they should still speak the druidic tongue. Me speaking that will be enough for them to know what I am. They'll come to seek me. They come. You spring the trap. I turn into a bear. I bite out their throats. We go home.
One minor alteration before you bite out their throats. If they're all in a group together, I have the super alchemist fire.
Yes,
I
was hoping for that.
have them still.
I think the super alchemist fire. If the tree blights come down too, alchemist fire will be very useful for that as well. If you recall, Mrs. Montakov said the big tree blight will be vulnerable to fire. So
maybe we'll save that for the big tree then.
How much super alchemist fire do we have?
Well, my notepad here says that I have 2.
Okay, well, so we could throw one at the druids, one at the big tree blight. Or does anyone have, say, fireball as a spell? Jonor?
No, I'm more of a utility. Not big on big booms.
I thought you said you were a wizard.
Wizards come in all shapes and sizes, and I can shape the future, not blow it up.
I'm yet to meet one that does not have fireball.
He's not a real wizard.
Oh, have you, Raspip? Do you have...
Raspip.
Can you make fireballs?
Of course I have fireballs.
Bro going.
You like Raspip, did you?
That's great. It was such a great backhanded, like, out of the blue. Fuck you. That's good. I respect a good vicious mockery. That was a great one. That was
I take 1d4 damage.
Oh, that's good. It was so unexpected. So it got me.
Well, since you are so good at the magics, apparently, if we cluster the druids in, you throw fireballs, we throw alchemist fire. Anything that survives the initial blast, we.
And then my shatter will knock everything else out. It's fine. Okay, shatter's a pretty good spell. So yeah, just look forward to that one.
It's all right.
It's
yeah.
But
I will add, Jonor, you do know that shatter is good against objects and constructs in particular. So if all of these blights technically count as constructs, you're sweet. If they were plants, however, it might not be as fun.
Yep, understood. I don't have anything to say to that.
Hey, but you can make that fireball. You can give some of those saves a really shit number. So I'd say that's even better with your portent.
I got a firebolt. So that's something.
Yeah, it's got fire in it, and it has BO before it goes wrong. So it's great.
I mean, even I can make a flaming sphere. But you know what that's on.
I can do Sacred Flame. Is that the same?
It's about as good, yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, stop talking about spells. Let's figure out how to attack and move to different positions.
Is that because spells are your one thing and we also sort of have them?
I turned to Luther. Let's range our attack here, alright? So
we were all talking about spells. You were talking about cuddles.
Raspip, where are you? And I'm just gonna make a short joke. Where are you? I can't. Oh, okay. Sorry, you're down there. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you underneath my big coat.
Is that racist?
It could close to racist.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It is,
almost the same size. It goes, short.
right.
But I might be small, but that just means that my power is even more dense than yours.
You are certainly
but
dense, I'll give you
That's
that.
still the same amount of power. So density is it's still the same amount, just in less space.
Yeah, so he's
But if-
dense. That's understood. We can leave it there. All right, let's get some battle plans.
As you look over, you see Lara has just been watching this entire exchange. The map of the vineyard kind of stretched out in front of her, just kind of like looking around, almost a bit, I'd say, half amused, half concerned.
This is normal. So do we have a more accurate battle map we could view to plot that out based on what she's drawn?
I can absolutely bring you over to a slightly more accurate battle map to help you kind of
Yeah.
figure out what you're doing with your approach. It'll show you the vineyard and the area right up to the main entrance to the homestead. So I'll bring you across to that now.
He's going to make
Where's
it so
this
we
current
plan
map?
everything on this, and then somehow,
Up the chance.
accidentally, it all kicks off on the other side.
I don't
Hey,
make you do
Owen.
anything. Hello.
When Styx just kind of powered down and waited for everyone in
Yeah.
the last game, can we count that as a short rest?
Yeah, it was about an hour, so sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I took one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Needed that.
All right. Yeah. How about all right? I'll approach to about here. I point on the map. Is there a large vine?
Shall I describe the map a bit more for
Pretzels.
podcast listeners as well, and also to help you guys kind of get it in your minds? Obviously, the vineyard itself is quite large. This area of the map mostly just shows the pathway leading up from the main road. The stables aren't really included on this map. This mostly just shows the homestead itself, which is located in the southeastern corner of the map. You can see rows and rows of the vineyards that are much, much closer to the house, to the north and to the west of this main road that passes through. And that little outdoor area, the seating area where you had sat and spent some time with Damien and his children, that's actually just off towards the east of this map. The road that you can see heading out the front of the homestead ends at the very edge of that, almost like a slight restaurant, cafe kind of outdoor seating area for people to sit and sip wine and eat good food.
So yeah, about halfway up, there are the 2 rows of vines. I'll go out into the middle. If you guys hide behind the vines, perhaps wait till the druids approach about at that intersection. Throw out every AOE spell we have. See what survives.
I'm sorry, AOE.
Area of
means-
effects. Yes.
I think it means owie.
Yes, the ones that do
Ah,
on multiple.
I can do that, owies.
They do the hours. Big boom. Hopefully they don't get back up. If they do, we start blasting.
I think it's a great plan. I'm hesitant, if I'm being honest, little scared.
There's nothing to be scared of.
I mean, death.
Well, no. I mean, to be fair, if everyone's going to die, it's probably going to be me. So
Well, that makes me sadder.
if you'd like, you can come out with me. And when I turn into a bear, you can jump on my back, and then we have equal chance of death.
That is very tempting, but I don't really trust anyone else with the super alchemist fire.
Well, yes.
I'm a
So,
best thrower.
well, you can throw from the back of the bear.
It's very tempting to ride Cocaine Bear. I don't think I'd be able to help very much, but it's scary.
What do you mean? You help in everything we do. You.
I mean, specifically on the back of Cocaine Bear.
Ah, fair enough. I just thought it might be fun.
Okay, let's do it. When you put it like that.
I also think this is a good plan. If we have a distraction to draw the attention of the druids, get them to focus on one spot, it will give us a chance to sneak in and to make a surprise attack upon them. We do need to keep in mind, though, that there are blights hiding in the vineyards, and until they move, we will be unable to see them, unable to distinguish them from the existing plant life. They are tricky creatures to spot.
How combat ready are you using more? I will not send Stefania in, but you seem more combat ready. You mentioned sneaking in for a surprise attack.
I am.
It would be appreciated, but I do not want you in harm's way. I mean, if this is beyond what you can handle.
No, I am quite a capable fighter. I am more specialized in guerrilla tactics to strike in and out without being taken on one-on-one. If I am pushed into the open, I will need to get somewhere else, somewhere safe. I am better at sneak attacks.
Okay, I've not turned into a gorilla before, but would that be more helpful for this fight?
You watch as she kind of like looks confused for a moment, sees what you've done, and just you watch as a very disapproving look comes in her eyes, and a slight frown. No, the bear sounds good though.
I'm going to laugh so hard if that's the last thing she hears before she dies.
Shit pun.
As you drive a knife into her back.
Die.
Alright, well then, anyone else have anything they want to add to the plan? Any ideas?
I can help make us all a bit more stealthy. I have a spell that I can cast that will make it harder for them to detect us while we approach the manor.
I can do that too.
Oh, are you also
We go in groups.
also specialized at striking from the shadows?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, for the animals that I hunt.
Good. Okay. I think if we need to split into two parties or move into two groups, this will mean that we can make sure everyone is properly prepared.
Yes, and I haven't been able to do it yet in the last however many sessions.
For the podcast, I did air quotes.
I think it was implied in your tone, but I'm sure the podcast appreciated it.
They were very audible air quotes.
Yeah. You could feel the weight of them dropping as you lifted up your hands.
Nice. Dropping.
Right, well, we are going to have the Druid act as baits. I believe as well the construct. You also suggested perhaps you could pretend to be less independent of thought.
All right.
No, you proposed an idea just an hour ago, where you said that you could approach and pretend to be like a construct that follows orders and use that as a way to get in to the vineyard.
Yes. Okay.
No, it was your idea. Do you still think it is a good one? I just wanted to ask if you still wanted to do that.
Sure, I can do that if it is required.
Are you doing it now? Is that what this
All
is?
right. Do I go now?
No.
Why don't you stay with me? We'll pretend you are a construct of mine. That way you'll be a lot closer to the druids if you need to hit them with your new sword.
I am your construct.
No, you are our friend.
All right.
Have you ever had a friend before?
I have only existed for, I think, one day.
That is not a lot of time to make friends, but you've already made several.
I am so lucky.
We've got the quote to go on the wiki page for Styx. Just monotone. I am so lucky.
Dot.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Perfect. Tithla, are you going to cast Pass Without Trace on everyone but Theo and Styx?
Yeah, I mean, I was then going to go with Theo, wasn't I? Isn't that the plan? So it kind of didn't work for me to do it.
Okay, that's okay, because Lara can also cast Pass Without Trace on Jonor, Raspip, and Luther. So
Is that too many of us out in the middle? Like, do we stop being such a tasty treat?
Well, actually, yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe Tithla shouldn't go.
I mean, you could come, or we could put Styx back, or Styx. What
because if you're there, Tithla, Jacob is also there as well. Probably.
Right.
You could tell Jacob. You could tell Jacob to follow Jonor.
And not go for a fun ride on cocaine.
You still could. It's not locked off. It's just on the initial approach. You might not be able to with this current plan.
I'll jump on later when I catch up.
All right. Good plan.
All right.
Styx and I are in the middle. Everyone else in the.
All right. And I will
On either
cast
side of the
without
village.
trace.
Cool.
Perfect. Could I please have a stealth check from Jonor, Raspip, Luther, and Tithla, please? You'll be adding a +10 to this for pass without trace.
Don't choke.
Don't choke. 21 for Jonor, 15 for Luther. Jonor, that is a damn fine stealth roll.
22.
12 for Tithla for a total of 22. So yeah, 25 for Luther, 31 for Jonor with a +10. Raspip, 14 for a total of 24. Not bad. Styx, you don't need to roll. And Thea, you don't need to roll. Perfect. Alrighty. As you all begin to move into the shadows, Lara also rolls a stealth check. She got a 29, so the average is pretty damn good with all of you working together. Yeah, you watch as Lara pulls her like black feathered cloak around her. She seems to melt into the shadows, almost like she's a little bit smaller than she was before. Like the darkness sort of holds around her. It's a bit odd. Very, very sneaky sort of magic going on here. So Raspip, Jonor, Luther, and Tithla. As the four of you, accompanied by Lara and Drake, begin to head, sticking to the undergrowth of the forest. Styx and Theo, you guys make your way out onto the main road. As you continue walking along, Theo, could you please make me a nature check? I just want to see what you perceive with this, specifically to do with your knowledge and understanding of the natural world.
My nature is garbage.
That could be a shame then. I'd actually allow survival as well. Nature or survival. Your choice.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll do that. Unless you wanted me to allow you to change nature to be a wisdom stat.
Oh, look, I'd be
Still not great, actually.
10.
A bit preoccupied with the impending doom and the druid murder.
No, and your mind is focused as well. Like, you're focused on what's going on. There's probably a bit of nervousness there as well. You don't pick up on anything out of the ordinary or odd as you and Styx begin making your way down the main road. Nothing...
Styx? Yep. Yeah. If the druids talk to us, it is best if you do not respond, okay?
All right.
Leave that to me.
Okay.
As you guys make your way down the main road and get towards the gate to the winery, you can see that something enormous has ploughed its way through here. The gate has actually been knocked off its hinges. One of the sides, the palisade fence that helps hold it up, has been completely crushed underneath what looks almost like a small landslide. This overturned earth creating these deep furrows in the vineyard. You can see where trellises and vines have been uprooted and crushed, almost as if something very large has smashed down and then lifted up again. Debris kind of falling away from it, creating these almost like craters of dirt and overturned soil all the way up towards the vineyard.
Theodore.
Wait, what was that?
Yes, Styx?
What do I say to them?
Nothing. You stay quiet and pretend you are basically inanimate.
Okay.
So what do you say as the druid talks to you?
Hello.
No, you say nothing.
I thought for sure you were going to go, nothing. I am quiet and inanimate. I thought for sure you were remembering exactly what he said.
Okay, from this point on, you can only hear when I talk, okay? So you only respond to me.
All right.
So if the druid talks to you, what do you say? That is good. Very, very well done.
For podcast listeners,
who was 1 day old.
He was still nodding. As you walk through the shattered front gate, Theo, for you, this is kind of a bit of a weird feeling. I mean, you were only at the vineyard probably 2 days ago, 3 days ago at this point. No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago at this point, you were last here. The stable is almost completely destroyed. There, unfortunately, in the wreckage of the stable, you can see the crushed body of one of the horses that was being kept in there. In terms of the other animals, the cow that Jonor had a bit of a run-in with, there is no sign. No sign of the beast. As you make your way up the main path, the vineyard seems quiet, deserted. Almost like the signs of destruction point to something that's happened long in the past, something that is no longer occurring. You see no signs of blights, of druids, of any danger at all, until you get to the top of the pathway.
So probably going to camp out about there was the...
Perfect, exactly where I was going to place you.
Cool.
as you get to the midpoint of the driveway, right at the last rise as it approaches the edge of the farmstead, could I get Jonor, Tithla, Luther, and Raspip? Could you all place yourselves in the back 3 squares of the vineyard as you approach? So you've got the 3 squares from the top to place yourselves in a position where you can best hide.
Does everyone have to be within 30 feet of Tithla?
So there's 2. You can be in 2 groups. I'll place down Lara because she can also cast Pass Without Trace. So you can be within range of Lara as well. I'll just place her down now. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just place her down now.
Perhaps I should be a couple squares back. What's the range on Fireball? Oh, it's like 120 feet, isn't it? That's easy.
150,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Alright, don't even worry. Blast them.
Blast them. You do love a good blasting, don't you? Can I say that? Is that okay?
Nah.
It got weird.
Get cancelled.
It got weird.
So we can't say that?
You can. I'm probably not going to say yes.
Okay, fair enough.
It's one of those, we can say that?
Yeah, that's our word.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. There we go. That should be Lara there. I just realized it had her in Raven form, and she is definitely in humanoid form.
Raven.
She'll stick with Jonor and Luther in that case, and we'll split the group up in those 2 points. Brilliant. Theo and Styx, as you approach this section, getting yourselves into position. Sorry, so they have to be in the back 3 sections because that's as far as you get.
I was just about to move it. I slipped into the wrong square. Calm down.
That's what I've heard before. Theo and Styx, as you get to this section of the driveway, you watch as a figure pushes their way out of the inner section of the farmyard, of the farmstead. A man who looks to be roughly in his mid to late 30s, long hair tied back into a very, very long ponytail that sort of drapes down behind him. You can see bones have been woven into his hair and the ponytail, forming almost this sort of macabre headdress of decay and death. He's dressed in these long robes, very similar to the druid that you saw at the abbey as well. Raspip, for your view at the very back, this looks very similar to the druid that you slew, the one that you cut the head off. Across his face, you can see he has concentric spirals of what almost look like this black tattoo around one of his eyes, growing outwards from this central point, this long, almost like Celtic-looking spiral. And as he looks down towards you, watch as he raises up a hand in greeting.
Styx waves back.
Perfect. Oh dear, traveller. What you be doing at the Wizard of Owen's vineyard?
I hold up a hand to Styx, and then I project my voice as loudly as I can, and in Druidic.
Oh, okay. Shit, nice. Yep.
Finally have a use for Druidic.
I know. Yeah, what do you say?
But yeah, loudly in Druidic, I broadcast out to as much as could be heard. Abomination, Circle of Decay. I am honor bound as a Druid of the Moon, shapeshifter and protector of the wildlands, to stop you and end your abominable circle where you stand. Come out and fight me as druids. Druid on druid.
As you say this, no, that's how it is said. As you say this, you watch as a broad grin slowly splits across his face, like a wound opening in skin. This blood-red mouth with these almost like tombstone-like teeth as he smiles down at you. A druid from another land. Interesting. Said you were a shape changer. Good. We have been searching for a shape changer. Druid on druid. Battle under the moon, as it was in the old times. I accept your challenge.
Then come, bring all of your circle down to face me. I
No,
would like to
no.
end this in one.
I will be enough.
I severely doubt that.
It is just you versus me, little goat.
And my construct here, mindless though he is.
I was told Druid on Druid. You're already proving false to your word.
Fine, I will retire him if you bring out your companions.
Yeah. Get your little toy to walk over near the vines. You and I can have a little game, tiny goat.
He can walk backwards. I do not trust your vines. I know enough of your circle to know not to trust the vines.
He smiles again. So you know of the Circle of Decay, a little bit about us. That is good.
I know enough to know that you will meet your end here. I'm honor bound to do so.
It is a shame what honor makes us do. Throwing away our lives for such a foolish venture. Don't worry. When I beat you, we will not let you die. Not straight away. Your blood. We need that. You will die eventually. But first we will get what we need. And the circle of the moon forms will be returned to us once more. Come, little druid. Let us see what you are made of. And with that, you watch as he begins walking forwards towards you. Theo. He doesn't... you watch as he walks down towards you, very confident. Just swaggering as he walks towards you.
I mentally project back to the team. Stay hidden until there are more of them. I should be able to handle this one by myself.
Nice. You guys hear that in your minds? Perfect. Alrighty.
Await instructions.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear.
I project to Styx's mind. Step in if he is stronger than he appears.
Styx says out loud, "All right."
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Brilliant. You watch as the druid makes his way down to the small patch, essentially where the road splits up towards the house, standing in front, cracks his neck, and then slowly unclips the two corners of his large, fur-lined cloak, which he shrugs off to the ground, revealing quite large muscular biceps, these swirling tattoos of black ink once again marking his skin. He smiles, holds up a hand, and gestures for you to come at him.
I see the decay has not impacted your muscles, so that's... Alright, from there, if he's just standing there, I'm probably just gonna cast Flaming Sphere again.
Great. You may cast Flaming Sphere, and then I will get you to roll initiative as we jump into 1v1 combat. While 1v1 combat kicks off, I do need to know, Raspip, Jonor, Luther, and Tithla, are you guys intervening, or are you kind of hanging back where you are? So these first 3 squares where I've positioned you, if you want to move forwards, now you can. I just need to know if you're going to.
I'm going to interfere, but from where I am.
Okay, cool.
Can I also intend to interfere. Can I jump in on that initiative order?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. So Raspip, I'll get you to roll initiative. Everyone roll initiative. I just needed to know what was happening. It is now important to me that everyone rolls initiative. I'm going to need to know everyone's initiative from this point onwards.
Back off me initiative. This is my 1v1 combat.
We all go before you.
So far I needed the roll and I got it.
Oh, I forgot to click on my token.
That's okay. I can add you as a turn. Where are you? There you are. And what was your initiative, Styx?
9.
9! Brilliant. I'll quickly roll for the druid. It's an 8 for the druid. He's not rolled very quickly.
Oh, yes.
Theo, so far you are very much first.
Yeah.
I'm just genuinely a bit surprised.
It's never happened before with my -1 on initiative.
No. You've actually, yeah.
Sometimes
not,
when you need it, the dice deliver.
It's not so much that you've rolled really well. I mean, you have also rolled really well, but other people have also rolled shockingly bad,
yeah.
which is quite fun. I better roll for the Were Raven 2 as well for our good friend Lara. Just get that in. That is a 21 for Lara. Jesus Christ. I can't
She
see
was
her
also
add
included
to-
in my don't do anything message.
Yeah. Don't worry. She's going to listen to what you're saying at this point. Alrighty. So, Lara, you guys, Lara, who's next to Jonor and Luther, you watch as she holds an action. She turns towards both of you, Jonor and Luther. Do we wait for him to call for us? Correct. That's what he said in our minds.
Yeah, once the others come out, then we're gonna do some sort of group attack, I believe. Just wait for the sign.
Then I will wait. And with that, you watch as she holds her hand, pulling out a very small bladed dagger, and then stands at the ready. Theo, would you like to cast Flaming Sphere?
Yeah, I think I might give some spells a go. First, as a free action, could I once again project back to dungeon?
Yeah.
Do not interfere, and this is to Styx as well. We cannot waste our element of surprise. Raspip, this is one singular druid. There will be several more to come out. Do not waste your magic on this. I can handle this one. If not, I'm sure it will be amusing for you to watch me fail.
All right.
Fantastic. Theo, what would you like to? Where would you like your Flaming Sphere?
I'm just wondering if this is worth. Actually, nah. I said I was going to do what I came here to do. We're wild shaping.
Okay, so not even a Flaming Sphere, straight for the wild shape. Or do you want to drop the Flaming Sphere first?
I'll have to drop concentration when I cocaine it anyway. So
fair. Alrighty. In that case, then straight into wild shape. What do you turn into? I'm guessing the Beornling.
I'm going Bjornling, yeah.
I will give you your Beornling token, and you are almost high enough level that it becomes a full Beorn. Correct?
One more,
Because
I think,
one more
yeah.
level and the CR rating goes up when you get some extra cool shit with your Beorn. So let me give you the Beornling. And we'll call it Cocaine Bear. That's what you'd like as the nameplate, I'm guessing?
Yes, please.
Perfect. There you go. You should have full control of Cocaine Bear. I'll make sure it's got vision.
In fact, no control of Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, you won't yet. Sorry, I've got to click save. There you go. You should have full control of Cocaine Bear.
I do, yes.
I'll quickly add its turn to the initiative and we'll set it the same as yours so that it's nice and easy. Cocaine Bear is 16. Perfect. Alrighty. Cocaine Bear.
Could
Take me through.
I be slightly on the cheeky side
Sure.
and suggest that me being pissed off at the Circle of Decay, I slipped into a rage.
You did have a free action which kicked off initiative. I am happy for that free action to be your transformation at the beginning of your turn. Your bonus, because you like your what kicked off initiative was you casting Flaming Sphere. You kind of changed your mind on that. I'm happy to be that. Instead, you did your wild shape. Now your turn starts with you already in wild shape. More than happy to allow that because you were going to get a cast of Flaming Sphere to trigger this.
Much obliged.
That's okay.
Then
I know this is like a big character moment for Theo, so I think we should enjoy it.
Big character moment has to be in Bjorn form, I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hard to tear throat-outs with goat teeth.
it is.
More horrifying though, I would say.
Much. Better for asses.
Yeah.
So I morph into my Bjornling form, and I would have done that as showy as possible to flex on these druids.
Yeah. Do you do it like Animorph style, like one limb at a time, like slowly as you like shift and transform, like really slowing it down?
I was sprinting forward, and as I got within about 10 feet of him, I would jump, morph mid-air, land in front of him with a
roar in his face.
Yeah, rage the roar into his face, and
Brilliant.
then try to swipe straight at his briar heart with my
Large
armor-
claws. Yeah.
well, the armor buffed claws.
Yeah. Fantastic. Please make me an attack.
Don't fail me now, dice.
17 hits for the first attack.
I think that was 1d6 bleeding you put on that as well, was it? Or 1d6 piercing?
1d6 piercing on that.
That roared straight into this druid's face, swiped a claw straight across his chest, trying to dig my metal talon into the briar heart before snapping back and biting at his throat.
Amazing. Brilliant. And that is going to be, let me just check the damage, that is going to be 14 points of slashing damage, plus 2 points of damage, and then the bite, 25 definitely hits for a further 6 points of damage. Very nice. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think that covers it. I talked to everyone, transformed, raged, bit the guy, I'm done.
You're happy. Alrighty, brilliant. As you rush forwards and slash into this druid, cutting through, causing a severe gash across his chest, then biting down, trying to tear out you know now that these druids have this kind of like overgrown, almost plant-infested core in their chests. Rather than a human heart, theirs has been like corrupted and taken over by the blight. And as you tear into his chest and rip away the fabric of his robes, you see indeed in the middle of his chest, his ribcage busted open, broken, and in the center, beating very slowly with vines emerging from it, the briar heart that keeps him alive. As you tear into him, you hear him grunt in pain, and then as your bite connects, almost this very satisfying crunch as his ribs begin to cave in around your bite. Next up in the initiative order is Luther.
Sorry, if I could jump in. Owen, I can't see Tithla in the initiative order.
Oh, apologies. Did you click on your token?
Look, don't ask questions like that.
Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is you didn't... What was Tithla's initiative?
For some unknown
I'll add it in.
reasons, Tithla wouldn't have done anything anyway.
22. Tithla would have held her action, I imagine?
Yeah, just got her bow ready to go, just in case.
Perfect. Luther, it is your turn.
So just sort of listening to what Theo said, I'm just going to do a held action for now, waiting for any other druids that pop in, and then I'll just get blasted.
Get blasted.
So I'll just hold my action for now. I'll just maybe I'll just skulk over here in the shadows, just start moving around a bit more.
Perfect. As you make your way,
over this way. I'll go over there.
Yeah, that's no problems at all. As you make your way, sort of moving through the vines, trying to kind of stay hidden and away from prying eyes, you make your way over towards the east, sticking to the shadows, staying hidden and secretive, hoping that you do not attract too much attention with your movements through this area. And what's your held action, just so that I know?
So attack action.
Attack action against who, and what is your trigger?
So yeah, any druids that pop out, like, you know how we're like trying to set up for an ambush for more druids to pop in. So basically, whenever they actually pop in and everyone sort of unleashes their fireballs and all etc., I'll maybe what I'll do is if there's like a group that forms, maybe I'll hit the stragglers and let the group take out the use the AoE. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, wait for druids to come out of hiding.
I love it. And anything else on your turn, or is that your full movement to that position over towards the east?
No, that's not my full movement, but that's where I'll stay anyway.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, is that as much as you'd like to move?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all good. Held action. No bonus actions really that are applicable. So yeah, all good. I end my turn.
Perfectamundo. Next up in the initiative order is Jonor.
Jonor begins to whisper to himself, beginning a spell in his casting. He says under his breath, in preparation for a druid that gets within 50 feet nearby. If someone appears in an ambush, he's going to move up to 20 feet away to cast a spell. The spell's going to be Suggestion. He whispers under his breath, would you kindly evacuate with your blights to the rear of the field and don't come back. And he just repeats that over and over again to himself, just readying his eyes, watching in the nearby areas for any druid that's attempting an ambush on him.
Nice. So basically a suggestion spell getting ready is what I hear.
Yeah, he's just muttering it. He's repeating the words over and over again.
Very nice. I love it. Alrighty. Next up in the initiative order is Raspip. I hesitate to ask.
Raspip is going to cast a spell.
I thought Raspip might be doing that.
It will be minor illusion on myself, though.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Raspip is making, basically, I want to make a minor illusion of 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot, just a cube of literally what's on the other side of the cube.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. To sustain such a specific magical illusion, which is a still image, could I get you to please make me a spell casting check? A d20 plus your spell casting roll. So essentially like you were doing a cantrip or a fireball or something like that. So it'll be a d20 plus your spell casting modifier. 14. Okay, good to know. What's your plan after that, once you've cast your minor illusion?
Just gonna hang out.
Just chill. Just imagine what you're going to do to these druids when they try and take your stuff again.
Yeah. I'm waiting.
Sick. It's a terrifying concept. Next up in the initiative order is Styx.
Styx is going to kind of make his way, avoiding going towards the fight, but make his way along towards the edge of the vineyard section here, acting very stiff and robotic, like knees up high, kind of just being really leaning into the robot thing. Probably even as he goes past the edge of the vineyard thing, he's probably part of him's going to get caught on it, and he'll just kind of march on the spot for a second, stuck on it, before he can break loose and head kind of in this sort of a direction. I lost track of how far I was, but I'd imagine that's about 30 feet. Are there any...
Yeah, that's perfect, actually.
Windows or open doors or anything that on my little march, making myself look extra dumb, I'm trying to keep an eye out for anyone in any windows or anyone at the door, anything like that?
Ooh, good question. As you begin sort of looking around, trying to sort of see signs of people looking in, could you please give me a perception or investigation check at your choice?
Ooh, I can do that. Perception. Oh, it's great.
That's a 7. Styx, doesn't seem to be anyone else here. Pretty sure it's just this guy.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to hold an attack for if it seems like this druid's getting the better of Theodore.
Which he won't.
All right. So basically your plan is if it looks like Theo's in trouble, Styx to the rescue.
Yeah, but I'm too far away, so I'm just going to throw my sword at the druid.
You throw your sword at the druid. Okay, noted.
The long smite.
Yeah, the long, the thrown weapon smite. Classic Paladin strat. Brilliant. Alrighty, and last up we have the druid. Alrighty, Theo, you watch as this druid covered in tattoos, with the open chest wound revealing his briar heart, smiles down looking at you. And as he does so, this sudden wave of fear begins to pass over you. Could you please make me a wisdom saving throw to avoid being frightened?
As the spell effect?
No, this is not a spell effect. This is a dreadful glare. It is. Oh, it does say magic, but it's not a spell. Does it say? Are you immune to magical effect, or do you have the advantage on magic?
Advantage against spells is what it says.
Nah, it's not a spell. It is a magical effect, but it's definitely not a spell, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wisdom, you say?
Wisdom save, please.
Cool.
You're good at wisdom saves, right?
I am. Yes.
Yeah. See, what's the problem? 21. I'd say the rage really helps you here. The hatred you have for the Circle of Decay, the fury that you have for what they've done and what they represent. You don't give a shit about this creature, this druid, and whatever kind of magic he summons. It's nothing before the fury you feel. And as you watch as his tattoos begin to glow with also like this dark purple kind of energy, you don't even notice. as you roar in his face once again, the magic kind of failing. You watch as he kind of gets a bit of a curious expression on his face, seemingly a bit surprised by this, kind of expecting this to have done a bit more to you. And then reaches out and punches you with his fist. Does a 13 hit the Bayon?
Does not.
13 doesn't hit. As he strikes in, you just dodge to the side, the fist missing you narrowly. Do you know what? He's never seen a Bayon before. There's a specific creature unique to Nostea, the bear elk hybrid. He was probably expecting the quite cumbersome, slow movements and reaction time of a bear. What he didn't expect was the powerful hind legs of an elk, which propel you over and out of the way to safety as his fist attempts to connect with you. He does not hit. You watch as he kind of like looks down with surprise and goes, "Maybe this will be more interesting than I first thought." And smiles deeply. You think at him. Sick. That is that druid's go. Top of the round, Tithla.
Tithla is going to continue to hold her arrow until it looks like somebody's just super in trouble and we are going to intervene.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Lara is doing the exact same thing. She moves a little bit further over to be exactly halfway between Jonor and Luther, wanting to keep the pass without trace active on both of you, and then stays in the shadows of the vines, looking towards the druid currently 1v1ing Theo. Cocaine Bear, otherwise known as Theo. I will change your name back to Theo because it is probably a bit confusing for people who aren't maybe familiar with what's going on.
It was a cinematic masterpiece that came out called Cocaine Bear.
Was it? I don't know if I'd use those. I don't know if I'd use those
It's
words to
actually really
describe.
good.
Is it? I haven't seen it. Cinematic masterpiece seems a stretch though.
And as far as like comedy horrors go, it's pretty great.
It was like Dune, cinematic masterpiece. Yeah, sure, I'd believe that. Cocaine Bear.
Also, same category.
Yeah, it does for comedy horror what June did for
Sci-fi.
adventures, yeah.
Okay, shit. Okay, done. I will watch Cocaine Bear tomorrow night. Theo, what would you like
Also
to do?
recommend Slaughterhouse if you want to see sloth for an entire sorority of people. Great film.
Next, I'm going to hear someone recommend Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You're
I've
out.
seen that. Actually, great film. Blood and Honey slapped.
Are you excited for the sequel then? Blooder and Honeyer?
Yes, I am.
I don't think that's what it's called, but it should be.
But there is a sequel coming, I believe.
There is, yeah.
And it it was terrible in all the best ways. All right, Theodore, I'm going to attack recklessly
I figured you might.
because I want this guy dead. So, starting with the claws, probably didn't need to attack recklessly on that one. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, make the roll anyway, because you didn't attack recklessly. You might get a natural 20.
I might. Yeah.
You never know.
Just got slightly worse.
We'll take the 18. 18 does hit. That is going to be 8 points of slashing damage. I will mark that off now.
Plus, for the previous round, I forgot the 4 damage I got extra from rage, so add 2 to that.
I will do so right now. No problems at all.
And that's for the metal.
Yep. 5 more piercing damage.
Bear
I'll mark
gloves.
that off as well. Yep. Done.
So I was just raking that, trying to gouge out as much of that, of his decaying flesh around the Briarheart as possible. And then snapping the jaws straight back into him. Definitely still be rolling that one with advantage. Oh, great.
15 for the first, 10 for the second. Not enough, unfortunately. As you go in with the bite, you watch as the druid just punches you in the nose right as you're going in for the bite, sort of causing you to recoil backwards as he looks down and goes, okay, I think you have done enough damage to me now.
No.
You just think back. Nah.
No, I haven't.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Theo?
No, that's all for now.
Alrighty. Luther, it is your turn next.
Yeah, look, nothing's really changed too much from the last turn, so I'll just do what Tithla did and just hold my action with the before parameters.
Brilliant.
Yeah, done.
Easy. Jonor.
Same as last time. He's getting a little bit more like uneasy. He's just going to take one little step forward in anticipation. He's getting ready for it, and that's it.
Alrighty. Jonor. Brilliant. Jonor, as you step forwards, sneaking around the edge of the vines, trying to sort of stay in the shadows, as you step forward, like crouching behind, you suddenly look as around your hand, the grapevines begin to twist and turn, almost grabbing onto you, attempting to wrap around you. Jonor, emerging from the vines exactly where you are standing, you watch as this strange figure made of broken twigs and vines surrounding, holding this thing together, a writhing mass of these blood red and green vines. As a twig blight moves up next to you, basically moving out of the vineyard where you had been, or the grapevine that you had been sort of hiding onto for support. It is still your turn, but just thought you ought to know.
Is it is it attacking me, or is it just grabbed onto me?
It looks like it's currently grabbing onto you very slowly, as it is not its turn. It can't do much more than that.
Okay, I'm gonna get my hands free. Gonna try and shake it off.
Alrighty, if you're trying to sort of pull yourself free, could you please make me a dexterity or strength check to try and pull away from it? Saving throw. Dexterity or strength saving throw. Your choice.
18.
18. You immediately pull your hand free, the creature unable to grab onto you and hold you in position as you pull away from it. You still have your action and the rest of your movement.
Same as before.
Hold your action?
Yeah, hold the action, same command as last time.
Okay, absolutely. Brilliant. Next up in the initiative order is Raspip.
Raspip is going to see that Jonor has had a bit of a difficult time over there, and while still in his minor illusioned box of disguise, Raspip is just going to make himself a little bit more aware that he could be attacked by the vine that he's in.
Yeah. Could I have a perception or investigation check, please? 10. Nah, you're good, Raspip. Nothing around you dangerous. You're sweet.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, you're safe. There's no blights near you, mate.
All right, and with that, I end my turn.
Alrighty. Did you want to hold your action?
No.
Sick. Styx.
Cool. Okay, so first thing, these druids, do they seem a little rotty, yeah?
They do seem a little rotty, yeah. I mean, the ones that you've seen so far seem to have like open wounds in their chests, where they have like their heart exposed to the elements that has like vines and stuff growing through it. Probably not good.
Would they be described as undead by any capacity?
Oh, they very well might be, Styx. It's hard to know just from a glance at them. You do know enough in your database to wonder how a living creature could survive with an open chest cavity. It does tickle your, it does wrinkle your brain a little bit, or like tickle your circuits to think about such a thing.
Tickly. I'm gonna move another 30 feet towards the front door, just looking into the property, but still, like, it's hard for Styx to do because it's not like they have peripheral vision or eyes to move around. So they're trying to like look at the fight whilst actually looking towards the house, into the house, trying to be subtle about it, and like they're just kind of, I don't know, glitching out a little bit and wandering around kind of aimlessly.
I respect that.
But actively trying to look in the house.
Yeah, could I get another perception or investigation check? And feel free to move yourself where you'd like to be. Styx, that's okay. You don't need to go that far, buddy. I'll get you to stop. That's okay. I'll get you. It's all good. I'll get you to stop right there. You did cross over that space, so thank you for moving your token. As you go to walk across this section of bushes along the side of the road, you suddenly feel these like wooden hands reaching up out of the grasses and out of the shrubbery and trying to grab onto you. As you look down, you see this strange collection of twigs and vines animated, trying to pull at you and drag you into the dirt. If you wanted to make a dexterity or strength saving throw, you can attempt to break out of this grapple as it suddenly emerges from the undergrowth.
So, question.
Yeah.
Firstly, did I perceive anything before Sticky Boy got to me?
With a 19, you didn't see Sticky Boy at all. There was no indications that there was anything out of the ordinary here. In fact, it's a massive surprise when this thing suddenly springs up out of the undergrowth and grabs onto you. Inside the house, oh yeah, you can hear the sounds of people almost like conversing as they look out, a language that you don't really recognize, and you can see their silhouettes in the windows upstairs. It looks like there are viewers watching this, people unseen. And more concerningly, Styx, with a 19, that big tree behind the house, you're pretty sure you just saw it rotate slightly.
Sick. All right. Next question.
Hello.
Sticks on sticks action.
Yeah.
If the... how big is this thing? Because I kind of want to just pick it up and keep walking.
Yeah, it's a good question. They are small, so like Tithla sized.
If it grabs at me, I'm going to be very surprised by it, but I have more important things to deal with, so I'm just going to pick it up and keep walking towards the house.
Could I get you to make me... I'm going to get you to make me a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say athletics. Make me an athletics check, as you're just basically going to try and pick this thing up and carry it around with you while it grapples onto you. 18. Yeah, Styx. I mean, you just reach down, pick this thing up by the scruff of its neck as it continues to grab onto you. Just kind of let it as it holds onto your torso and arm, and you just keep walking. Doesn't really weigh much as you continue walking forwards.
I kind of just pick it up in front of me while it's like grabbing at me and just go, hello.
You hear the sound of dry twigs scraping across one another in response. It's quite nice. It's quite a good bit of ASMR.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah.
Styx doesn't know what that means. He's going to carry on over to here with his new friend.
It's what Jonor is. He keeps mentioning the ASMR.
Nice. How has anyone done ASMR Aasimar or Aasimar ASMR? Maybe this is a lucrative thing I could do for an April Fool's Day joke next year. I know it's a long way away, but I'll definitely forget. You look concerned, Jacob. What's up?
I'm sorry, what?
Aasimar ASMR.
I'm not sure I want to know what that is.
What do you mean? It's just like you do like ASMR as an Aasimar with like feathers over the microphone.
Fluttering wing sound.
Yeah, fluttering wing sounds, like little finger flitters.
Okay. It just seems weirder.
The sounds of selling children.
Weirder than what? People
There
eating
you
a fucking
go.
KFC meal on camera. I think it's pretty tame compared to that some of that shit.
Don't you kink shame me, Owen.
I would never kink shame. Anything else on your turn?
Finally, we
Styx?
agree on something.
And nothing else.
Do I have an action left?
Yes, you do.
Okay. And this thing's like grappled onto me?
It is
or
grappled
just...
onto you currently, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because you haven't made the check to get out. You've just kind of gone with it.
I have. And getting closer, do I see anything more of any other importance? Am I near the door, by the way?
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely, you're right near the door. So the door's literally right in front of you. I thought you knew because you positioned yourself perfectly in front of it. The door has been broken off its hinges, and as you look inside the farmstead, you can see that the inside has been ransacked. There's no signs of anyone downstairs, but I mean, as you approached, you could see silhouettes upstairs, and as you get into the open doorway, you can hear people talking inside the house.
Cool. Okay.
In a language you do not speak. Choices. What's he gonna do? What are you gonna do when the druids come for you?
I think Styx is just kind of gonna, like, still being as blank and as robotic as possible, just stand at the door and just go, hello.
Amazing. Could you please make me I'm going to call this a persuasion check, please?
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, so good.
Natural 1 for a total of 2. all the sounds from upstairs suddenly cease. Sounds of people talking.
Styx, with one free hand, tries to knock on what's left of the door.
Yeah, you knock. The sound echoes through the house, and the door slowly falls off its remaining hinge, crashing to the floor with an almighty cacophony of noise, which echoes through the now silent homestead.
All right. That's Styx's go.
Amazing. The druid, Theo, as the druid turns towards you, having sort of like seen that you are a little bit more dangerous than potentially than he was expecting, he is going to make a attack against you. As you fighting up against him, does a 24. I'm guessing that hits.
Just misses, my friend.
Just misses the Bayoning. I thought it might be. Could you please also make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes, I can. I assume you'll let me know when it's a spell.
Yeah. He hasn't cast any spells yet, but I guarantee he will be casting some spells soon. Now that he's hit you with his rotting fist, it is now time for some spells. 20 that's a good one. 20's good. 20's where you want to be. Theo, as the druid like pulls his arm back, you watch again as these tattoos begin to glow with this almost like dark purple energy that surrounds his fist, and as he strikes into you, at first you feel like it's really not that bad. 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the fist slams into you, and then suddenly this deep sense of unease and almost like unwellness begins to spread through you as you feel the area around where he punched slowly begin to rot and decay. You then take 16 points of necrotic damage.
Would a 21 have made
No,
that
you passed the con save. You passed. This is the damage. The con save is to prevent against rot. The cursed target cannot regain hit points, and its hit point maximum decreases by 10 for every 24 hours that elapse. If the curse reduces the target's hit point maximum to 0, the target dies, and its body turns into spores. So it's a good one to pass. It was a good one to pass.
So what was that damage in total?
10 bludgeoning, 16 necrotic.
Alright, so that's 13 in total after the raging resistance.
Yeah.
Cool. No dramas.
No dramas. It's all G.
Is that all you got? That's barely tickled.
He smiles down at you as you say that. Oh no, that was just to start. Seems your body's quite resistant. I'm going to switch back to like the sort of like joking Irish because I've realized that I've used that kind of like off sinister voice for Strahd Sergei and the abbot. So I'm going to switch back to the slightly more sort of Irish one. No, that's not all I've got. You're going to feel the power of the Circle of Decay by the end of this fight. What's left of you anyway? Alrighty, that is the druid's go. Actually, no, sorry. He will use his remaining multi-attack action. You watch as the area where you had torn into his chest, you watch as these dark spores begin to flow across it as his chest slowly begins to knit back together. Not undoing the damage, but it looks like the damage is starting to repair itself a little bit. Finally, the twig blights. Jonor! The twig blight right next to you tries to attack you with its twiggy claws. Does a 19 hit you, Jonor?
Yeah.
That'll be 4 points of slashing damage as the twig blight just like carves into you.
Oh no.
Can you make me a DC 20 Constitution save to avoid taking twig rot? Your hit point maximum is reduced by 37 every minute. No, I'm kidding.
I actually rolled it. Too soon.
That's true. I was kidding. Sorry.
Shit roll. We'll leave that
You do not need to make a con save against a twig blight. This thing has a challenge rating of 1/8.
37.
1/8. You're fine.
I've been taken down by a wolf before, so
that's true.
Danger comes in many sizes.
That's a good point. Danger does come in many sizes, as Tithla and Raspip can demonstrate nicely. The twig blight that is currently grappled onto Styx. Styx does a 16 hit you? I don't think it does it?
No, it does not.
The twig blight just claws at you and does nothing. It's completely useless. Top of the round, Tithla.
Can Tithla have a look with her elf eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't have elf eyes, but I mean, unless you've carved them out of an elf.
Out of her pocket.
Yeah. It's like fucking Harry's heart of gold in The Return of the Giants. He's a Harengon with a heart of gold, which we're pretty sure he carved out of some sort of like other person. He plays a very chaotic, neutral character.
The old chaotic neutral.
Yeah. The I do whatever the fuck I want and justify it.
The old I wanted an evil character, but the DM said no maneuver.
Yeah.
Could we do like a
Perception or investigation check? Yeah. You're looking out for more twigs, seeing if you're surrounded or if there's anything near you.
Pretty much. 17.
17. Tithla, you look around. You're good. Nothing near you. You're completely safe.
Okay.
There's none of these creatures nearby. There is, I mean, the one that sort of jumped out at Jonor, it must have been pretty obvious. You didn't see it earlier, but only because you weren't looking. Now you've looked. You're safe.
Do I think that I have a clear shot on the one that's got Jonor?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you peered around the edge of the vines, you would have a very clear shot on it.
Yeah, I'll take that shot at Jonor. Not at Jonor, at the blind.
Thank you.
Jonor, that'll be a dexterity saving throw. No. Jacob, would you like to have 22 hits? Absolutely. Could you roll me some damage for the twig blight?
Love to. That's 9.
How do you want to do this?
I think the knees.
The knees.
Have a fall, so then it's still holding onto Jonor's arm as it collapses.
Yeah, right. Sure. Absolutely. As you take out its kneecaps, you watch as the creature just falls apart, disappearing into a pile of twigs and leaves that just crumble and fall onto the ground. Jonor, twig blight is dead.
Hooray.
Don't get too excited. Tithla, anything else on your turn?
Sort of wants to I know she can't hide, but she wants to try and hide.
Sure. Yeah. Do you want to make me a stealth check, just out of interest, just as you use your movement to kind of disappear back into the undergrowth? Yeah.
That is.
It's less you hiding, more me wanting to see how obvious you were with your attack against this thing. 30, 20, unnatural plus 10. Yeah, I mean, you just peek out around the corner. Crossbow bolt flies out, strikes it silently in the kneecap, causing it to fall apart. You're pretty sure no one's seen you.
No one ever sees me.
Yeah,
They
that's
never
right.
notice me.
No one ever
pays me
expects the
attention.
Spanish Inquisition or the Goblin Inquisition.
What?
What? No one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I was doing a whole. You said something that you weren't supposed to say, and then like a what? But
Yeah.
I'm glad we all got that together. Good
Exactly. Lara is going to, seeing that stuff is starting to happen, she is going to look towards Luther and Jonor. Jonor no longer needs help. She is going to move up a little bit closer, getting to the edge of the vines, looking over to Styx, seeing that he is currently being attacked by a twig blight. You watch as she pulls out a hand crossbow. She's going to make an attack with her hand crossbow, trying to knock this one off you. Styx trying to help you out. That is going to be a natural fucking 20 for a total of 24 from Lara. That is going to be 9 points of damage. Styx, you don't even know what happens. You don't see what happens. One moment this thing is attached to you, the next moment it just falls apart, disappearing into nothing. As it just tumbles apart into sticks and twigs and leaves around you.
All right.
Theo, it is your turn next.
All right, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. We'll once again attack recklessly.
Fantastic. For podcast listeners, Jacob has had to turn his camera off because a spider got into his house, and I'm willing to bet his partner does not want to deal with it. 20 definitely hits. 13 points of slashing damage. I'll mark that off.
Plus 2.
15 points of slashing damage.
And the d6 for the claws.
Plus another 4. Fantastic.
And then I will bite.
Brilliant.
Don't need to re-roll that one.
Natural 20. Okay, that is going to be so 10 20 D8, so 18 points of damage. Amazing.
Plus the rage too.
Plus the rage as well. So that's 22 points of damage because the rage gets doubled as well, correct?
Yep.
Alrighty, 22 points of damage. Very nice. As you tear into him, you hear another grunt of pain, and you look down. I mean, you've torn open his chest once more, way worse than it was the first time. And you can see while those black spores are trying to move across and heal the damage, they're not keeping up. You are dealing more damage than he can deal, and then he can heal at the moment.
That chest.
Yeah,
learning from the badger.
Yeah. As you do this, is there anything else on your turn?
Yes, I would like to drop a first level spell slot to regain some of those hit points that he put into me.
Fantastic. As you do that, he's going to have a thing occur from you getting him down a little bit closer. He's going to use one of his legendary actions. As you tear into his chest, you watch as these black spores begin to spray out from his wounds surrounding him. Every creature within 5 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Do I get that healing first?
You get the healing first. Yeah. It's not against a healing thing, so you're all good. I just need a con save for your Beornling. Cool. You're pretty good at con.
Yeah. I always get a +1 to this, by the way, that I've been forgetting to do.
That is okay. We'll add that now.
I should still have a spell effect.
Are
you kidding me?
6 for a total of 7. As these black spores spray out, they seem to clog up your eyes and nose and throat. And as you find yourself feeling this burning sensation, your vision begins to swim before going dark. You are currently blinded.
Good thing I have keen smell.
Exactly. It'd be a shame if those spores clogged up your nose and throat as well. Nah, you are only blinded. You're only blinded.
Thank God.
Anything else on your turn, Theo?
No, that's all. I really wish I went for the second level spell there, but what are you going to do?
Fantastic. Luther.
Cool. So I've seen a little bit more stuff happen. I'm going to do a quick perception check if that's alright, just to see if there's any of those fine things near me.
Perception or investigation? Absolutely.
16.
Nah, you're sweet, man. There's none around you. In fact, you're pretty confident that there were only those two. Like, you'd be able to spot them. You can't see any sign of them.
Alright. Let me move forward.
All looks good. Yeah, move forward. Nothing happens. I love how cautiously you guys are now moving through the vines. This is the best. It's like a maze where only I know where the walls are. You're like rats as I watch you scurry through the maze. I don't have a god complex.
So
I am God. Yes.
I'm going to move here. 5. So that's 10, 15, 20.
I'm going to stop you right there. Fantastic. As you move into position on the vine, could not have gone better for me, mate. You literally stepped up next to one. As you step next to the twig blight. Again, Luther, yes, I mean, you were looking out. You should have seen this. It's almost like these things are indistinguishable when not moving. I'm just reading that from the monster stat block. As you step up, you feel this sudden grasp around your ankles.
Does it know I'm there though?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I have pretty high stealth myself at the moment.
So as you move into the area around them, they actually have blind sight.
Ah, right, I see.
Sorry, guys.
That'll do it.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't want to start blasting just yet because...
Imagine roots reaching out from it, kind of feeling the tremors as you walk around.
So I'm going to attack it with a silvered short sword instead.
Yeah, fantastic.
Say that 5 times fast.
Attack it with a silver short sword.
I thought you were Sean Connery there for a sec.
Attack it with a silver short sword.
So 19 hit.
That sounds amazing. 19 definitely hits. 7 points of damage. You just cut its head off. I should say, how do you want to do this? How do you want to do this? It's got 4 hit points, mate. How do you want to do this?
Damn. No, I definitely do that.
Sick. You just casually with a backhand just swing the sword down and you just behead this thing in one go.
Cool. I'm going to keep moving forward. Am I still technically stealth everything else?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Well, that's an attack done though, so I can't do anything else. I don't really want to fire anything at the druid either. I technically get one more attack, Owen. I can't hold it though, can I, for that?
No, not really. Because it's like holding an action rather than holding the attack, and you're...
Yeah, that's all right. Just wanted to quickly clarify that.
No, it's a good question.
If that's the case, then I don't want to... I want to sort of honor Theo's wish for the one-on-one. Use my attack, though. So I'm just going to stay here for now and just be ready to support if need be.
Fantastic. Alrighty then. Jonor.
Same as last time, anyone within 50 feet that springs a trap, he runs towards them, casts Suggestion. That's it.
Perfectamundo. Raspip.
I'm doing anything.
Styx. That was easy.
Styx now holding several sticks. Just
tumbling through your fingers.
Drops his hands back down to his side and carrying on the robot act just kind of wanders into the house.
Wait,
Okay.
it's an act?
So I'm gonna... Styx doesn't know the layout in here. I guess just gonna step in and... does he see anyone?
I'm going to move you into a different map, Styx.
Oh dear.
It does require me to move you into a completely different zone, though, which isn't actually on this page, which I don't think I can easily do. It's change the pages between you and for the others. So what I'll do, as you head into the house, are you happy for Theatre of the Mind until something significant happens? Okay, brilliant. As you step into the ground floor, moving through the front entrance, moving inside, you can see that the area has been, as I said before, completely ransacked. It's very clear that this place has been almost partly torn apart. And as you move inside and begin walking through the ground floor, on your left-hand side, you can see the kitchen, which at this point has been partially abandoned. The intersection of the lower floor, there are a number of vats of fresh wine that are sitting over towards the far side of the farmstead. And over towards the north, you can see where the barrels are currently being cellared. The room is deathly quiet. There is no sound coming from upstairs anymore.
When I was hearing noises, did it sound as though there was more people upstairs or downstairs?
It sounded like voices coming from upstairs, like people talking to each other.
Cool. I'm going to try and find the stairs.
Okay, fantastic. I'm going to say that you can use your full action because it's probably more than 30 feet away to get in and then move around. So if you want to use your action to dash, you just casually walk through, looking around, checking out the inside of the house. You pass by a small library. Looks to be pulled apart and ransacked. And as you get to the bottom of the stairs and make your way up to the landing, as you look around, could I get you to make a perception or investigation check, please?
For sure.
For sure. You can hear the sound of those twigs scrabbling against the wooden floor. Exactly like that. Alrighty, what was that roll? 11 Styx. As you look around, place seems deserted. The upstairs floor hasn't been as ransacked as you might have been expecting. And it looks like the area just above, so currently you're on the landing about halfway up, your chest is kind of level with the top floor. As you look around, you can see what look like bedrooms, an open area. I mean, there doesn't seem to be much going on here.
As I'm walking around trying to make my way up, I'll just kind of start calling out, "Hello, I have found your cat. Hello."
Could you make me a persuasion or deception check, your choice?
They're both terrible.
Don't know how to roleplay that for the druids. It's a tricky one. 20 for persuasion. I mean, there's a moment, Styx, and then you watch as emerging from one of the side bedrooms, you see a woman, probably in her maybe early 40s, judging by her appearance. She looks to be maybe human or half-elf, very slightly pointed ears, dressed in, again, these very similar druidic robes. A staff made of this gnarled wood, but clearly rotted and infested with fungus around the outside. And as she sort of moves out, puts the staff down and looks at you, her very creased and calloused face dark green eyes catching you and catching your gaze. She cocks her head. What is it that you want? You said you had a cat that belonged to us. What are your orders, construct?
I was to bring the cat home.
Who ordered you to do this?
My owners.
Where are your owners now, construct?
They are in the local town.
Do you accept any instructions or only those given to you by your owners?
Correct.
So you'll accept any instruction?
Hello. I have brought the cat.
Okay, where is it then? She looks down at you.
Downstairs.
Construct, listen to me. Whoever your owners were, they're dead. You belong to me now, okay? I'm your new owner.
All right.
Come upstairs, be quiet. I'll give you further instructions when we need you to. In fact, top of the landing. Guard these stairs up. If anyone comes close, alert us.
Who is us?
Me and my companions.
How do I alert everyone?
Just call out intruder. How does that sound?
Intruder, how does that sound? All right.
This thing's fucking broken. Close enough.
I'm gonna stand at the top of the landing and do my best to suss out how many of these fuckers are up there.
Yeah, with a 20 on the persuasion, and her genuinely thinking that she now kind of has you working for her, or at least that you're a malfunctioning simple construct that she can control. You watch as 3 more druids move out of the bedroom and begin heading across the landing past you to go and look out the windows once again. 2 of them looking back, very, very sus about you, but the woman kind of shaking her head and going, No, I've seen constructs like this before. It's simple. It just follows whatever command it's been given. Fucking idiots sent it over here, telling it to return a lost cat. Their loss. It's ours now.
Perfect. I'd imagine I've run out of everything, but if I do have any more, I kind of just really want to be examining them and see, like, I really need to suss out if these guys count as undead or not. So that's kind of what I'm doing in my spare time.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to make me an Arcana or Nature or Medicine check? I would say falls under those kind of platforms.
All right.
Because you're kind of trying to suss out. Yeah. Otherwise, what's your class again, Styx?
Paladin.
Do you have any... If you check your features and traits, you might find there's something there. Some sort of sense of the divine, which lets you know.
There is, but I'm trying not to waste things like that just yet.
Okay. Arcana, 21. Styx. I mean, they very well could be undead. If they are, they're incredibly intelligent undead with no other signs of decay or rot about them. Whatever this is, if they are undead, it's localized to their hearts. You get the sense that more likely... There's definitely necromantic magic used here, and Circle of Decay definitely would lean towards undead. You don't get the sense these druids are.
Okay.
Alrighty. The druid. This is going to be fun. Theo. Luckily, you are actually pretty good against spells. You watch as the druid looks down at you. Again, the spiraling tattoos across his body begin to glow. This time, rather than punching you with his right hand, you watch as he holds up his left, reaching up into the sky, and then as he slowly lowers it, you watch as these insects and flies begin to swarm around his hand. Almost this ghastly, like, gauntlet made of these carrion eaters. And as he passes it forwards and presses it against you, he is going to make a melee spell attack against you. Does that mean he makes it with disadvantage if you've got the magic resistance?
No, that's only against
because it is a spell. Alright, sorry mate. This is a spell attack. That is going to be a...
No.
That's a... Yeah? Yes.
No, sorry. spell attack rolls. That's okay. I was just gonna say because I recklessly attacked, but that's not spell attack rolls.
No. It doesn't matter anyway. I did just roll a natural 20. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry then.
Lies.
So, as he casts Contagion on you, you are poisoned. Now, we get to pick which type of poison it is. My options are Blinding Sickness, Filth Fever, Flesh Rot, Mind Fire, Seizure, or Slimy Doom.
Look, as much as I don't want it, I have to say, go Slimy Doom, mate. Slimy Doom.
It's tempting. Flesh Rot does seem very, very in keeping with the Circle of Decay. Why don't I let you decide for me with a dice roll? So my options 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could you please roll me a d6 and we'll see what spell, what contagion you are afflicted with. Three. Flesh Rot it is, one of the appropriate ones. As this, I mean, you've already been hit with the necromantic energy from this druid. As you watch as he just very gently places his hand across your flank, moving too quickly for you to get out of the way. And as the rot begins to spread outwards from this palm print, you watch as he brands this blackened palm print into your flank, burning through the hair and the fur of the Beornling. This decay spreading out. You have disadvantage on charisma checks, and you now have vulnerability to all damage.
So I'm back to just no resistance. That's.
Could you please make me? No, sorry. At the end of each of your turns, so you're also poisoned. You are no longer blinded. At the end of the druid's turn, the blindness, the fungal blindness fades away. If you were wondering who did this to you, I would like to firmly point the finger of blame at Josh. This was his summoned creature, substituted in for one of the druids. I like how he's typed, "That doesn't sound good" in the chat, as if he did not know exactly what this monster could do. I am a big fan. For those of you playing along at home, this is a fungal servant, one of the really fun monsters that was added from the Candlekeep Mysteries playbook. It is one of my favorites.
It's a really fun guy.
It's a really fun guy. So easy to reskin as a Circle of Decay druid, gotta say. That's his full go, fucking you over.
I'm fine.
You're fine. Yeah, cool. Tithla, it is your go. I wish the spell could I wish the contagion could spread. That'd be sick if it was actually a contagion rather than just inflict disease. Right, because technically a contagion should be moving around, but it's just you. Sorry.
That's fine.
So Theo is still in cocaine bear form.
Yes. Right. It looks like he's feeling the rebound effects of that prolonged cocaine use as you watch as his flesh begins to melt, much like what happens to people who use a lot of cocaine.
I thought you just got stronger and it was better and life was just more fun.
Yeah. You'd be wrong. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
There you go. The more you know.
Yeah.
Don't do cocaine, kids.
Don't listen to him, Jacob. He doesn't know. Do the cocaine. Bear says to do the cocaine.
I think the bear says roar, but that's okay.
Only you can help snort cocaine.
The bear is called Snowy, I'm pretty sure. Carry on.
All right. Tithla is going to look over to Raspip and try and whisper.
Hey, let's move up. We'll sneak up a little bit.
And then she will try and sneak up a little bit to try and keep him in the circle of secrecy.
I'm stopping you right there, Tithla.
Please.
Emerging out of the vine close to you.
Oh no.
There's another twig blight which grabs onto your legs as you try and rush past.
Tithla will try and stab it with her dagger.
Amazing. Could you please make me an attack?
I would love to. That's a 24.
Doesn't quite hit the twig blight, which does have an AC of 13.
Okay.
Wait.
I think Tithla
no, it is
flinches.
bigger than 13. It does hit.
Crazy.
It's almost double.
Smaller.
It's almost
24.
double. Yeah.
Tithla just flinches and just pokes it in the face with the dagger.
How do you want to do this? 7 damage is enough.
That's how Tithla just flinches.
It just flinches and pokes him in the face. Brilliant.
With the dagger, yeah.
Fantastic.
And then with her bonus action, she'll tell Jacob to come over here. Kill any little things that try and get it.
Amazing. Alrighty. Jacob moves up with you, obviously. Oh, sorry, you can move Jacob.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Tithla? No, all good? Just keeping an eye out on Theo, making sure Theo's not going to get knocked down, but be able to get up again. You're never going to keep him down. Lara watches Styx head inside, curses softly under her breath, turns towards you, Jonor, and goes, "Do we go after him? What are we supposed to do?"
They haven't come out, and there's not a hassle inside. Oh, no command so far. We should be right.
What do you want me to do? Should I try and take out this druid, or do we respect the druid's right of combat?
Only respect the ride if we're gonna win.
Okay. Are we going to win?
How rough is that other druid looking? Just
He's
at a
looking,
glance, how are they
yeah, he's looking like he's taken a few pretty big hits. Jonor, if you wanted to, did you want to draw a Tarokka card to kind of get a bit of a vibe of what's going on with this situation?
I did a John of the Death going on, and John was just shuffling his cards in.
I feel like it's not very suited right now. He's
in the background, there's like Duel of the Fates, and then Jono's just like, he's just like shuffling his cards.
I like the idea. I don't think it's suited at this point in time.
No, that's fine. That's why I asked.
Yeah. No issues so far. I think we're okay. But just hammer him if he's turning on Theo.
Okay. She's gonna hold her action. Theo. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
I would like to just quickly project to Styx. Actually, do I need to see him for my telepathy to work?
Oh, I think you might actually. Although we have played a bit hard and loose with that, because these guys were all stealthed before, and you were sending out like, "Don't interfere."
I knew where they were.
But and that's true. You guys did plan this on a map. Yeah, there's an argument against.
I was going to try and talk to Styx, but I'll say that he's probably out of the.
Yeah, he's upstairs inside a house. You don't know where he is.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop in second level spell slot there to get some healing back as my bonus action, which will be, where is that feature gone? Sorry, it's eluding. There we go. 1d8 plus the second d8. So 10 health, he's back.
We do love a good 10 healthies.
And then I will. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just tracked the wild shape health using the temp health, and then realized that putting in healing values doesn't fix your temp health.
No, it does not. That's okay. So that's your bonus action. What would you like to do as your action?
Scream in his face and claw at his chest.
Reckless attack or not today?
Oh, we're reckless.
We are reckless. I think we can all agree. 11, not so great for the first one.
It's always that way when you're attacking recklessly, both are just shit.
As you go to strike, I mean, something seems different. Maybe it's the contagion that you've been afflicted with. Actually, that's a good point. While you are poisoned, you do have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Ah, really?
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, you'd have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So it would have been the 11 anyway. Yeah, something seems different. Whatever this is, this contagion that's afflicting you seems to be really slowing you down.
And I'll bite him.
That is a natural. That is a natural one. As you go to strike down, again, he just punches you in the nose, in the snout, sort of pushing you back and laughing a little bit as he looks down at you. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. You go. Sorry.
Don't get too comfortable. I'm just playing with you. I see no threat here.
You see no threats here. It's a bold statement. At the end of your turn, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw to try and get out of this disease poisoned effect.
+1 to this bad boy.
Fantastic. 20. That is one pass. I will mark off one pass on here. Yeah, so the rules for contagion, for those of you who are playing along at home, at the end of each of the poisoned target's turn, you must make a con save. If the target succeeds on 3 of the saves, you are no longer poisoned and the spell ends. However, you do get to enjoy the chosen disease for the spell's duration, which is 7 days, unless you can cure this disease.
Dude.
Damn.
Oh, we have a medical genius. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sure to be fine. Anything else on your turn, Theo?
That's me. But yeah, if I get a glimpse of Styx, let me know.
Yes,
Or
absolutely.
I'd be rangy though I am, would like to know what is in the house.
Inside the house. Luther, it's your turn, buddy.
Yeah, it's a bit tenuous at the moment, isn't it? Not really doing anything yet. The action hasn't really started. I'm going to quickly move 5, 10 to here.
Yep, as
Do
you
I
move
bump
forward
into
towards
any
the house.
more-
Nope, nothing. Nothing yet. Yet.
Now, if I dash,
Yeah.
it doesn't say anything on here about me losing stealth, but if I dash, do I lose stealth?
No, no. I've never seen anything rules in the rules of D&D as written about dashing breaks your stealth. If you're sort of moving half in cover along the edge of a vine and dashing into the undergrowth nearby, I see no reason why dashing would necessarily break you out of stealth. Like, you can move quite quickly while still being quite stealthy. And you're spending your entire action to move further. Like, I don't see any reason why that would break your stealth.
Perfect. That's good to hear then. I'm going to do this then. I'm going to get to here, and while these guys are in the throw of battle, I'm going to watch them for like a little bit. And the moment this druid here is like locked on to like Theo, I'm just going to like dart across to here, and then try and climb up onto the roof.
Fantastic.
That's my plan.
As you rush forward, darting in and out of the undergrowth, because you are now far enough away, you do lose the +10 for your stealth from the pass without trace. You've moved far enough away from Lara.
I don't think that's how it works.
I think it's within 30 feet that you have to have it, right? Isn't it? Pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
Tithla does have the spell.
Yeah, I was just reading it before.
I do trust Jacob on this one as well.
Unfortunately, and I would lie to try and help.
I know you would.
It's each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a 10+ bonus.
Doesn't have to stay.
It receives this bonus, leaves behind no. It doesn't say anything about me losing it once I move out of range. There's no range. It's just within the initial cast is a 30 feet of range.
No, because the duration.
For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a +10 bonus, and the duration is up to 1 hour. So it unfortunately, yeah, as written, it does mean. Yeah.
Because it's like a veil of shadows.
Yeah, it is. It's like a Lehman's tiny hut. Like,
around you.
yeah. You're like inside the zone, and while you're inside the zone, so because it can change, right? If you were to move out and then move back in again, you get the +10 again. And like you can have other creatures gain it as you move in within the range. It's not like a single spell. It's like a ritual spell that you're kind of keeping up as you go. Yeah.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a 10+ bonus to stealth and can't be tracked. The concentration is just up to 1 hour, so it doesn't. I don't think it really matters how far away they are.
Ooh, I definitely read that as like while you're within 30 feet of the caster for an hour, as long as you're within that 30 feet, you gain the +10 as soon as you move outside the range. It's almost like you're outside the veil.
Well, I guess I'll let you choose. Like, obviously you're the DM, so we'll go with that, of course. But I don't think that's
Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see if there's been. No, that's good. I'll double check. Targets of pass without trace must remain within 30 feet. That has been. This one has been gone through. Yeah. Let's have a look. I want to see who it was that said that, though. I want to make sure we get the.
Was that one of those classic Jeremy Crawford tweets?
It looks like a Jeremy
I
Crawford
really
tweet.
argue with that.
I do love a Jeremy Crawford tweet.
Which is a treat.
It is a treat. That is true.
Jeremy Crawford being the head rules designer.
No, it's not a Jeremy Crawford tweet. Can't say that anymore. It's not a Jeremy Crawford tweet, but it does look like.
So every now and then he'll do a
Just come and, like,
answering people's
questions
random
and
specific questions, and then you go, well, I can't argue because you write the rules. So yeah, you kind of know what's going on.
no, I take that back. There has been a Jeremy Crawford tweet on this. It has been cleared up. Jeremy Crawford has said that the wording is meant to be, and the intention of the spell was always meant to be, that you are within a veil of 30 feet. The word veil is used, Jacob. You'd be very pleased with that. Have you read this tweet before?
No, I'm reading the spell.
Fucking asshole. You're an asshole. You know you are. It does look like this has been one that's been hotly debated. This one was no, fair enough. Looks like this is it's actually a sage advice as well. It's not even just a tweet. It was cleared up in a sage advice, which was published later on in 2016.
No issues then. If that's perfect. Then that means moving forward we'll know what to do moving on.
Can I make one slight argument to that, though, Owen?
Go.
Not to the rules there, but if Styx is in the house guarding the stairs, would it be reasonable to assume that the people kind of have half an eye on what he's doing, therefore disadvantage on seeing what Luther's doing?
Oh, you don't need to worry. The figures are focused absolutely on the battle between Theo and the Druid, and on you. There's no like. I'm not having Luther roll another stealth check for a reason. Luther is not being spotted right now, and he's also moving outside the range. They're on the far side of the window here, so basically where Styx is positioned is inside the house. They're actually positioned on the balcony overlooking the area here on the far eastern side. Luther's climbing up the north. There's a roof and a wall in between them. They're not... Yeah.
And what I'll do is when I'm on the roof, go a little bit more movement, I'll... sort of like, because I'm on top of the roof, I'll sort of flip over quickly and just sort of poke my head, because I imagine I'll just get a lay of where the windows are, and then I'll sort of look through a window to see a bit more of what's going on inside.
Could you make me a perception check or investigation check, and could I please get another stealth check from you, Luther, as you kind of like peer through from above? I will get another stealth check in that case, just because you're kind of like moving into a position of a view from above.
Sleight of hand.
That's okay.
Still the same anyway.
Alrighty. 10. As you peer in through the window, you can see from inside, you can see Styx is currently standing at the top of the stairs leading down into the ground floor. He looks like he's sort of standing to attention, keeping an eye out on these 4 figures who currently have their backs to you and appear to be looking out the window. As you peer over the edge, one of the roof tiles that you are currently leaning on shifts a little bit, and as you pull yourself back away, you see one of the figures quickly spin around. You're not sure if you've been spotted, but you do get the sense that there might be a bit more alert to potential presence of creatures nearby.
That's okay. I got to look and I can actually see that Styx is fine for now, though.
Yeah. Styx seems to be standing guard for them.
Okay. If anyone else can see me, I don't know if anyone else on the party is looking at the roof, but I'll just give a thumbs up at least, just to give some indication of Styx's fate at the moment.
Yeah, Styx seems happy.
Oh no, they've strung him up. That's what the thumbs up means. He's up.
He's strung up by his thumbs, quick.
But yeah, I'll stay here. That'll be my turn.
Brilliant. Jonor, it is your turn next.
Same as last time. That's my turn.
Cool. Raspip. I mean, I hesitate to ask.
Okay. Raspip is going to spend half of his movement laying down, and then the other half of his movement standing back up.
Yep.
And then he is going to just make sure that his minor illusion is still all good.
It's looking good. Minor illusion's looking good. I mean, you
Beautiful.
update it so you see like a little bug crawl across the front, then disappear behind. Yep. Nailing it.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone was paying attention to you or caring, you reckon this would be one of the greatest illusions ever pulled.
I am actually confident that this is a feat of magical mastery and technical prowess.
Yeah, one almost would feel like this is moderate illusion at this point. Styx. I mean, yeah, you're standing to attention. The druids seem focused on you. As you're kind of standing there looking out the window, keeping an eye on them, keeping an eye on the stairs, you hear the sound of something clattering behind you, and as you turn, you catch the slightest hint of movement from the far window. You watch as the druids sort of like turn around looking back. The lady who'd been talking to you sort of turns, looks back at you and goes, "Did you see something, Construct?"
I kind of like keep turning as if I hadn't focused on where Luther was, and I look out a window off to like the east, and I just look out that way and go, hello. And then I turn back to the stairs and I pull my backpack off and I just start shaking it.
Could you make me a deception check, please, Styx? I am going to grant you advantage on this because you have done a very good job of persuading them that you are not a thinking construct, that you are just a tool designed to follow orders. Not like Raspip, who's a tool designed to ignore orders.
Oh, so good.
I'm following instructions to the letter.
You are following instructions to the letter, that's very true. 5 and 9.
Fireballed anybody yet.
That's true. I like the use of the word yet as well. It's important. 5 and 9. Styx, as you shake the bag, you watch as they kind of like look at you a bit quizzically. Did you see something?
Yes.
What did you see?
It was a cat.
I think this thing's fucking broken. It keeps talking about cats. You, go check it out. As she gestures towards one of the younger men. He sort of like looks back at her, shakes his head, and then begins making his way over towards the window to the north and looking out, looking around. Styx, it is your turn technically.
Styx just kind of seems to be shaking his bag totally at random. But he's actually trying to just shake out the vial of oil that he's got in his bag, the flask of oil. And it doesn't really give a shit if anything else shakes out. He's just shaking the bag, and if things fall out, so be it.
Could you roll me a D100? Actually, make it a sleight of hand check. Make it a sleight of hand check. Let's see how much shit falls out before the oil comes out, and let's see the state of the oil as you shake it out.
All right.
Shake it out. Shake it out.
Had some great rolls.
7. You watch as the entire contents of your bag is dumped on the floor. The potion, the flask of oil, like dropping out and then like rolling across the floor. A large crack appearing on the side of the glass vial.
A quick question.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, did we give Styx any of the vials?
Not the alchemist fire. No. This is just a flask of oil that he has in his adventuring gear.
Did we give him any of that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
We didn't plan
Tithla, you specifically said, I'm the one keeping the alchemist fire, super alchemist fire. You were very clear on that.
Good. Well, clear communication.
So I should also state that I'm shaking my bag above I'm standing at the top of the stairs, so everything's just rattling,
rolling
and
down the stairs. Cool. In that case, then the flask of oil rolls down the stairs, and then do you want to roll me a quick D100 to see if it shatters on the landing?
Yes, I do.
I'd say there's a 60% chance a flask of oil shatters open as it falls down a single flight of stairs. You watch as the flask of oil shatters as it rolls down a single flight of stairs.
Down the stairs.
Coating the landing of the stairs in oil.
Cool. I would imagine I'm out of things that I can do, so Styx is just going to fall over at that point, just straight backwards.
Oh, the bloody thing's broken. The fuck
Hello.
You watch as the druid lady just looks down at you and swears under her breath. Alrighty. End of the round. Theo. Druid turns back towards you, smiles, and then reaches forward with another punch. That is going to be this is just a melee weapon attack. That is going to be a 23 to hit you.
That is you.
Let me roll some damage. That is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 11 points of necrotic damage. Now, unfortunately, because you are now vulnerable to all types of damage... Oh no, bear totem. Bear totem.
It just cancels out. Yeah.
It just cancels out. Yeah. I wondered if I forgot you were bear totem.
That's why I didn't matter. That's why I said it didn't matter so much. So 22 damage.
22 points of damage. And you've already made a con save on the rot. I'll just double check and see if you are affected with it again. Doesn't say you're immune to the effects. So can I please get a con save?
You can, yes.
This one looks like it's a every time it hits you have to make the con save.
It was on 18. It bounced off the goddamn scroll wheel.
That is going to be a
Out of
8 for the con save. That is half of what you needed. You are now cursed.
Take half damage?
There is no damage that you're taking right away. You are cursed with, we're going to call this the Curse of Decay. It is mummy rot, but it is the Curse of Decay. If you could please add to your notes that you are cursed with the Curse of Decay. In 24 hours, we're going to be having a little bit of a check-in with you as you slowly begin to lose your life force and potentially turn into dust.
Yoo! I love dust.
At
Early new dust.
At the end of the druid's turn, you watch as he looks back up to the top floor of the manor house, and from inside the house, Styx, you see the female druid look up and then whistle 3 sort of piercing whistles under her breath. The druid looks back across the estate and then looks back and goes, "You sure?" Sorry, here we go. Are you sure? There's a sudden another piercing whistle, and he goes, "All right then. Winter Splinter." And with that, you watch as the tree behind the house begins to shift and move, the branches and boughs starting to come alive. The druid turns towards you, Theo. "Don't mind him. It's for those friends of yours that are hiding in the vineyards. You and I are still going to have our little battle, but this should keep them rather occupied for the time being." And with that, you watch as this enormous tree begins to slowly pull itself, uprooting itself out of the ground from behind the house and making its way towards you. And that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It is once again my pleasure to torture these players with absolutely horrific situations, this time sponsored by Josh from the Roll Together RPG community, who very, very, very nicely spent some channel points to summon this wonderful druid for you guys to fight. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. It has been an absolute joy and delight seeing your faces once again. We will see you all again very, very shortly. But from all of us here tonight, that is all we have for you. I hope you guys are having a really, really good week by the time you watch this. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on Twitch, I know the week's just started. I hope there's a lovely week ahead of you. We are going to go and raid another lovely channel, so don't go anywhere if you're watching us on Twitch. If you are watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, you can help prevent these terrible rolls, like that 7 Constitution saving throw, by hitting the thumbs up button or the subscribe button or leaving a comment. All of them help to oh my god. Jacob has a new puppy.
What's
her name?
A puppy. This is Goose.
Goose. What type of puppy is Goose?
It's a little Dachshund miniature.
Oh my god. So that's her full size. That's her full grown size.
He's a big man, thank you very much.
Oh my god, she's gorgeous. If you listen to the podcast, now is a really good time to quickly jump onto YouTube and watch the stream, because that is one of the cutest dogs I've ever seen. She's gorgeous. This must have been in the last few days.
Sorry?
You must have acquired Goose in the last couple of days.
Yes. We drove up to Wollongong, so we drove halfway across the country to go and pick him up on the weekend, and we drove back, and now we have our cute little baby puppy.
How's he going with the cat?
They're good friends. That he was trying to play with her today, and the cat was like, "Nah, you can get stuffed. I'm gonna stand over here." Cat's like, which is good. She didn't try and kill him. So happy days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What a gorgeous, gorgeous puppy. Holy shit. Well, look, that is a great note to end on. I think that's a perfect note to end on. From all of us here tonight, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again really, really soon. But until then, see you later, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Farewell. Mwah.